Hey, Steve Conley here for It's About Belief. I just wrote this belief idea today about processes, and processes in themselves don't create manifestations. What the processes are here for is to help one create clarity of thought. And so what I wrote was recently I've been noticing, and of course always, it seems like I'm always noticing that some things are coming pretty quick and easy and some things are coming really slow. And maybe you've seen the same thing. And so the things that are coming quick and easy are those that we have really no resistance or we have our clarity of thought about. We expect them. It's not anything new. It's just the way things are. Things show up. What I've noticed about that in particular is maybe there's something that I've wanted and I don't really think too much about it. It shows up, and then pretty soon I know I have three or four of them. All of a sudden there they are, like televisions, for example. I said, hey, I think I need a couple extra TVs, and then all of a sudden now I've got five. And not that I actually paid for them. I didn't go down to the store and buy them. They came along with some other things. But I just recognized that, maybe this was the vehicle that, delivered them. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't matter how they come to me. And that's another important thing to think about is, yeah, and I'm going off on a tangent here from what I really intended to talk about. But if you're regimenting the universe to a particular way that it needs to deliver these things to you, then you're limiting the ability of that universe to deliver in any way it possibly can. So that's why it's just important to think about what it is you want and how it looks, feels, tastes, touch, smells after you have it and forget about the hows or the whys. The whys are important, but the whens and any of the other things, just forget about it. So back to the processes and what all this means. So the processes are there really for one thing, and that's to create your clarity of thought. So again, I was thinking about, all right, there's some things that are coming, there's some things that aren't coming. And I said, okay, why are the things that are not coming, why aren't they coming? And I looked into my deepest thoughts and I could see that there was some resistance there. Key thing. So that resistance was, do I need to stop doing this to get that? And so my answer was, no, I don't. So that's clearing up and creating the avenue to allow the vibrational clarity for those new things to show up. The answer that actually came back for me was, is it necessary for, the question was, is it necessary for me to stop this thing in order to get that thing? And so the answer came back, no, you can do both at the same time if you want to. And I said, yeah, I'd like to do both. And I can do both easily, not a big deal. And so that just was this morning. So now I'm going to, step back without any resistance and kind of watch and see what happens next. So a whole idea here for you is to say, okay, can I recognize the clarity of the thought that allows the things to come quickly, and distinguishing that from the need or necessity or the belief, really is where we're talking about, the belief that I need to take a lot of action to make these things happen. And usually what's really going on is that inside here there's a certain amount of resistance or belief that you can't do something without doing something else, or maybe there's a process you believe that has to happen in order for the other thing to happen, or you don't believe you can have all this at once. There's something in here, and that's all there is to it. There is not a process unless you believe there's a process. So doing the processes can sometimes get in the way of your actual results. And I just wanted to create this short video to kind of bring you to the awareness of the belief that the processes are not necessary. Now, words do not teach. And listening and watching this video, you're looking at it and you're making certain mental judgments about it. You're saying, well, is Steve telling me the truth? Do I believe what he's saying? Do I believe that there are no processes in this action? Do I believe that I need to take action in order to make things happen? And what is action? That's a whole nother thing. Because I know that 99.5 or 99.9% of us believe that action is taking the physical action. And I've been wrestling with this for years about, okay, what is the action that is necessary? Neville Goddard, I've been listening to a lot of Neville Goddard lately, and he's been quoting a lot of scripture. And one of the things that that comes out often is the knowledge without the acts or action is worthless, doesn't mean anything. But what's the definition of that action within Scripture? And the action within the Scripture that they're talking about is, are you a hearer of the word, or are you a hearer and a doer of the word? Now the doer is what does that mean? The doer is what that really means is you hear it, and then within your mind you take the mental action of actually doing the things that you're hearing about, all within your mental framework. It is not, and I'm going to tell you this and you're not going to believe me, it is not going about hearing it and taking the physical action to go do it. It's not that. You're not going to believe me, but until you actually are a doer of what I'm telling you and a tester of these particular words that I'm talking about now, you will never believe me. Only the experience is going to teach you what I'm telling you now. So, hey, this ended up being a lot more than I anticipated. And I only really I'm only scratching the surface because I don't want it to get too long. But this is now kind of a teaser on a whole bunch of different subjects. And I can talk more about each of these in videos and things that are coming up. So this is Steve Connolly. It's About Belief. It's About Belief.com. And I hope this helped you with some ideas. And, you know, my catchphrase at the end of all my belief ideas, which I encourage you to go sign up for, on it'saboutbelief.com, you have to scroll down to the bottom to sign up. Absolutely free. Sign up for them. You can subscribe, unsubscribe at your leisure. Steve Connolly, It's About Belief. Thank you.